Today on A Commonly Good MTG, we're playing Esper Mill. What does Esper mean? It means three different colors. It means blue, black, and white. As you can see, we're going to make up of blue, black, and white cards. And mill, which means it's not self-mill, it's regular mill, which means we're going to make your opponent lose all the cards in their library. That's what we're going to do. And they're going to have nothing to draw, and they'll die, because that's a win condition right there. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, the new starting point guard for your Milwaukee Bucks, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found over on Untapped GG called Esper Mill. Why did I pick this deck today? Number one, Aether Hub's down. I don't know what's wrong with Aether Hub. Can't get there, so I couldn't find anything weird and exciting. So I had to head back over to Untapped GG and start looking at the list, the standard tier list, and find something that's not so common, but I haven't played in a while. I haven't played at all. And today it was Mill. And for some of you, you're going to immediately just shut off the video because you hate Mill decks. Great, good for you. For those of you that might like Mill decks or never played Mill decks before, this is a particularly good Mill deck. And you know what? I'm an aggro player, but I do like a good Mill deck. I do like a good Mill deck, and that's what we got going today. And the only thing I can say is, let's just say you're not sure what a Mill deck is, you're not sure you hate it, you should watch this video and or play it yourself, because learning how a mill deck plays teaches you how to defeat a mill deck. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's take a look at the cards in this deck. We'll talk about how it should work, and then we're going to go out and we're going to crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got today? Well, it's a mill deck. Let's how do we mill? Mill means we're going to get rid of all the cards in their hand, and ultimately we're going to get rid of this card last, Riverchurn Monument, because we're going to exhaust for 4 any number of target players, each mill cards equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. So you got to somehow get 50% of their cards in their graveyard somehow. We'll talk about that next. At which point then you play this thing for 4. Now, maybe you don't have it out. Maybe you have to pay it for 2 and then for 4, which means you're looking for 6 mana. That's what you want to look for there. All right, also, if you decide to put this guy out, you can pay 1 to make it mill 2 at a time. And you can do that for whatever, 15 turns or something to get 30 cards into people's hands. Plus, they already got, like, whatever, like 10 gone from their opening hand in a couple of turns. So maybe you only have to do it for 5 turns or something to get them down where you got, 10 turns to get that 20 in the graveyard. Anyways, this is its own thing, but there you got other helpers to help it out. What else are we going to do? We got Space-Time Anomaly, mill equal to your life. Well, provided you do that early enough, maybe you got enough life you can get 20, you can get 20 cards into the graveyard. That'll go a long way towards half, right? Long way. How else can we get things in there? Well, right there, we got a land. Target opponent mills half their library rounded down. All right, there you go. So this guy and this guy is a combo towards total thing. What about this one right here? Destroy all creatures, then to any number of players, each mill half of their library rounded down. So that'll do it too. So this guy cost 6. This guy cost 6. This guy cost 6. So as you can see, 6 is our magic number. We're trying to get up to 6. But once we get to 6, we got a number of cards so you can get half of people's libraries into their graveyard, and this will just kill the rest of it. That's how we win the game. What are we going to do otherwise? Well, we're going to delay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to delay like crazy. This says everybody, whenever their creatures come out, you gain life, and their creatures come in tap. So no hasty creatures coming to get you. Counterspell and card draw. Eliminate creatures, enchantment, and planeswalkers. Card draw. Get rid of creatures. Card draw. This will get you life or some creatures or maybe card draw. Destroy all the creatures. And that's it. That's it. So you can see we're wiping boards. We're killing creatures. We're drawing cards. And we're going to be putting things in the people's graveyards. We got a lot of lands because we can't run out of that. We got 27 lands. because we got to get up to 6 as quickly as possible. And we're not doing it through mana ramp, so it's the good old-fashioned way of drawing it a lot. So hopefully we don't draw nothing but lands, and we'll see how that goes. All right, so that's it. We've talked about how the game works. We've seen the cards in here. Now let's go and do some stuff. But before we do our damage, let's do as we do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black King Volgaroth, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear the lamentations of the women. All right, playing against Stormblast. Stormblast. All right, here we go. Bunch of good lands, some delays, a little control, and some card draw. But nothing we actually want. But we'll try. What's slow here? You are the slowest. So let's play you first. Cool. Got to get up to 6 mana. We need one more card than this for the combo. Yeah, that'll be good at some point. Probably sooner than later. All right, that'll slow things down. Stock up is great. He's taking his time. Those guys are legendary, aren't they? Nope. They have haste? I don't think so. All right, there's 3. I'm going to stock up. We got to go for mana. That's what we got to do. Do I need more blue? That's the question, isn't it? How much blue do I need? I got plenty. So I would go for that guy. All right, 4. We got that guy out. I could wait and pin things down on his turn. Let's just do that. This is an instant. I could play it on his turn, but I'd need, what, 4? That's not bad. He's Esper Maduin. Stormblast. It sounds like a Transformer's name. Stormblast, transform! Keep him, put him out. I like it. You got 2 of them out. Who's the guy in his graveyard? He's got Arlen. That's not great. I'll hold off. Arlen would be good to take somebody else out with. 4 points of damage is not that big of a deal. At the moment, 8 is... That authority is going to do everything I need. And then I guess I might as well put out the other authority. I know they'll try to put dudes out, but they'll come out tapped, and that'll be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can Singularity Rupture. Yep, that's fine. They're pinned. And again. Rupture! Alright, thing is, this is not going to win it for us, but it will make things a little nicer. I need to find the ones that jam cards based on number of cards in the graveyard. That's what we got to do. What's it called? It's the cheapest... Nope, what's it called though? I'm not seeing my list here. Riverchurn Monument. That's what we want. There's a lot of good things. There's a land we can get. There's life. Ooh, I'm up to 30. All right, cool. Yeah, that I called it out loud and you didn't give it to me. That is disappointing. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wipe. All right, what's he down to there? 7 cards. All right, come on. Let's keep playing this farce. Ooh, we are just getting crap, aren't we? I'm going to pin down while we can. Get rid of that guy. He's trouble. All right, come on, Riverchurn. Where are you at? In none of the above. That sucks. All right, stock up. And, you lost, I guess. We can wait. We just got to kill Izzet before the second main phase. That's all we got to do. Question is, you can put out something better. Yeah, let's do this. Wink. All right, that's it for stock up. You're gone. All right, I'm going to hold on. That's fine. I got plenty of mana. Then we can do a card draw. And we do some counter spelling. Yeah, it's like this. Wink, wink. All right, what's he down to? He's only got 3 cards left, huh? I'm leaving this in my hand just in case he starts making me discard again. What are you doing here? Are you messing around with your own cards? What are you up to there? 2 still. I don't think I have anything to worry about. This guy is a damage dealer. And I got 30 life. That's one of his cards. Archer's Charm. Does it say, like, your opponent dies? And we win! I don't think he sees it either. Victory! Alright, put against Phoenix. Keep. Well, there's nothing he's going to grab with tiny bones, I'll tell you that. We're not going to have anything in our graveyard for quite a while. I need 3 for these guys. 2 technically for this I could have done. Need to find some mana. We got to climb up to 6. That's the magic number for this deck. Ooh, blue smoke. Hubert, enjoy your nacho cheese flavor energon cubes. Alright, we can counterspell something. That'll be fun. Come on, bad boys. What you gonna do? A counterspell's coming for you. No rats! Rats are still a thing? We can still play with, what is it called? The Tortentons? I love that guy. Alright, we need to get our hands on lands, which we gotta do. Ooh, these guys are all slow. Not a fan of that. But it is everything we need, and we can Day of Judgment a little bit here. Because then we gotta do is just make sure we don't get countered. But I think real cool, man. He doesn't look like he's got counter spells in a Rakdos deck. All right, come on, let's go. I got some board wiping to do. I can feel it ticking away, man. All right, the board's been wiped. We're gonna have, well, it's gonna come out tapped. That's the problem. We can always Day of Judgment again. Come on, toke on your dragon there. A leaf looks like a cockroach running across a battlefield. I'm not a fan. All right, just in case. Let's Beza this monkey. That'll pick me up some life. All right, we got the 6, so we just got to start laying things out. I think we got a path to victory here. I don't see what he's going to do otherwise. All right, let's go, Phoenix. Roll over here, blowing smoke rings. Let me make your dragon do it too. There we go. You're going to hate when I blow the board, don't you? Here we go. In we go. All in. And touch him in an icky way. No! I don't have enough black? Is that the deal? Sweet googly people. All right. We're wiping the board. Number 1. Do you have enough to do that? All right, we're just gonna play it chill. I guess that's what we got to do. Oh, I thought I had black. I guess it looked like black rim to me, but they're not. There's not enough black. We could do this. That'll do it. That'll drip them down by half their library. Yeah, that's it. That's our path forward. I should have done that instead. I just really was looking forward to the board wipe. We just took care of it in 2 different phases then. All right. Up. All right, I can do now. Touch them. There we go. Ooh, glad we got the black mana. We got to take care of everything. Now it's Nick's turn. We just got to hope he doesn't have, like, hasty 8. That would be the problem. Otherwise, we got the winner right there. Winning card. Winner, winner. Victory dinner right there. With yellow frog mouth. All right, there's a guy. Demon Mountain. Where are those from? I've never seen that before. All right, here we go. Let's win the game. Watch your face go. Faceless. Boom! Boom, boom, goes the room. Boom, boom. All right, playing against Lupercal. Oh, all right, I'll keep it. Turn off my propellers. I don't like those. Turn off the mole man. Just stand there and don't make squeaky noises, please. All right, Authority of the Consul. I could put out a Riverchurn because I got a second one. I would like to play that for 6, though. Looks like I don't have the opportunity to do it. We're gonna sly on lands. I got everything I need to win. I just need 6 mana, so I gotta pick up 4 more mana from someplace. All right, we'll just use Get Lost on the Hydra. He's planning on going crazy on. I gotta let those crazy things happen. Jokey bow! All right, there you go. All right, stock up. Let's go look for more lands. That's a land. That's a land. They're both super slow, though. If I put this guy out, I can burn the board. That's a good idea. I'll just do it. Yeah, keep putting them out, man. I appreciate that. Boom. All right, cool. And we got 5 and 6 right there. They're both slow, unfortunately. I don't need to worry about anything. We're cool. Shoot the Sheriff is exactly what I need. So I just need Shoot the Sheriff, Singularity Rupture, and Riverchurn. And we win. There you go. I know it was disappointing. That's control for you, baby. Victory. All right, playing against Juan. All lowercase, which means it's a verb, not a noun. Plenty of mana, a little bit of control. I'll keep it. We don't have anything that we need. Ooh, Authority would have been good. I didn't pay attention to it. Oh, I haven't seen that. I don't know if we'll be fast enough for that at this point. So I can't get rid of artifacts that way. That is a problem. I'll just leave it. I'll just shoot something. Does he have protection for it? Nope. He does have an instant in his hand, though. Alright, so because I got another one, I can afford to put this guy out. Two! Ah. What's he got? 3 in his graveyard? That's not going to help. More land is kind of what I need. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just need one more. That's cool. We'll take that one. And let's stock up again. Alright, we are cool. Let's pass it. We'll just go ahead and kill. He's indestructible. I can get rid of Zoetic Glyph then. Alright, so Day of Judgment's going to be our friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have 6. You just got to keep peeling this guy back. It's the problem. He's got another Zoetic Glyph up there. Gone. Let's keep it up. He's up to 8. He's doing good. I'm kind of wiping out. There we go. Alright, so I can win next turn now. I just got to survive. Hopefully he can't do 10 points of damage. Oh, and he can. He can do 10 points of damage. Oh, that sucks so bad. That sucks so bad. Meh. Alright, playing against Wiliart. Wiliart. Keep. No trees. Yeah, I don't care for that. He's over there groaning like that, like an idiot. Riverchurn needs to just stay in my hand and not be available for killing. I don't need that kind of thing going on. Let's stock up. This is what I need, and another land. Something with black in it would be great. I got plenty of black. Turns out white's what I need. Alright, hopefully... Yeah, he can't kill me. That's not great. Alright, I gotta do Day of Judgment just to survive it. Yeah, can I survive? All right, let's blow this taco stand. As I'm down to 4 life. All right, so I can throw this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweet googly people, come on. Okay, the question is, should I blow the 2 life right now? I'm thinking the answer is no. All right, I got a good counterspell on me. Let's just keep that primed and ready. So I know I could have done that on his turn. I just prefer to get things out of the way. All right, good. He's got 2 mana left. Let's do a nice Rupture. I almost did it without selecting him. That's ridiculous. Okay, we can win next turn now. We just got to make sure he doesn't do 4 points of damage to us. Don't need 4 points to my face. Don't need it. Let's just put this out just in case. Exhaust. All right, then we get to see the stink face. And let's do it. No, I killed himself beforehand. All right, there you go. Victory. All right, so here we are with Esper Mill. Esper Mill. You know, I like a good mill deck. They're good. It's just that they're very formulaic because you're not playing the game everybody else is playing. It's like you don't care about, you know, taking down life. So it's just about putting, you know, just building out, I would say, controlling the game and then trying to get the cards you need in your combo to cause the mill to get rid of all of their stuff as quickly as possible. And if anything in this deck feels bad to me, it is the lands because they're coming out tapped all the time, just constantly. But I believe they're trying to, you know, make me have Surveil, which allows me to pick through my cards and try to get to the cards that I need to be able to get the combo going faster. But man, trying to get up to 6 mana with a bunch of tap lands, so hard sometimes. Still, I ended up with a 62% win rate. I feel like this deck should have done better than that. Here's the deal. I think that the deck had, boy, I'm starting to stutter there, was camera shy. That was the problem. Because I can tell you, I played this deck twice. I just killed everybody. I was just going crazy town with them. Actually, looks like I went 3 times. No problem. Just on pow, pow, pow. I was just taking people down. I put it on camera. 3 losses straight up. I gave up on the deck. I just said, look, that was just a mistake that I won so much. So I played a bunch of other decks, came back, and then this deck was just going pound, 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 winning again. So I decided to try to film again. It was rough, but yeah, this deck is camera shy. Still, it's a good deck. I think it does better than it is, and I ended up with a 62% win rate. So yeah, regardless of it having problems, it's still won 2 out of 3 games that it played. So there you go. It's a good deck that way. All right, so let's get down to it. Who was the MVP? The MVP of this deck, I feel like it's Singularity Rupture, and the reason why is because that's the one deck, the one card that does both the things you want to do. You need, because you got to wipe the board. You got so many problems because you're not fielding creatures, and you got other people's guys all over you, and like a sliver horde, and you need to wipe the board, and you want them to eliminate half of their library rounded down. You need to do that. You have to. So that's why I feel like this is the best card, because it does both of those things for you. Problem is, it costs 6, and you have to have at least 2 different kinds of mana to do it, and it's just rough sometimes. So I'm going to start looking back at what makes us, okay, it's going to be Riverchurn Monument. There you go. Because that's the second half, but it's much cheaper. Thing is, once again, you need the 4 to be able to do the second part, which is that they have to get rid of that the mill of cards equals the number of cards in the graveyard. So you have to get, half of their stuff in the graveyard somehow, either because of the land, this one right there, or because of Singular Rapture, or if you got enough life and you'd be able to throw down Space-Time Anomaly or something, or maybe even just you Riverchurn it. Well, 2 at a time. You get to half their stuff, and then Riverchurn comes out. So yeah, Riverchurn's pretty much the other engine that does such a good job. I'm going to give it to him. Riverchurn, because of your price point, everything's going on, I'm going to give it to you. You're today's most valuable player. Congratulations. All right, so was this deck competitive? Yeah, it was on the, the tier list. Let's see where it was at on the tier list there. It is called, I forget what it's called again. Esper Mill. Esper Mill is a B level. It's in the middle. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Number 12 on the list. And yeah, it definitely is a competitive deck. So there you go. Number 2, was this deck fun? It's as an aggro player in an aggro kind of way, no. In a control kind of play, yes, it was glorious. As a mill deck, yeah, absolutely. A mill deck is essentially a control deck. I've not seen one otherwise. I seem to remember maybe there was one where we had like crab creatures. We could do damage and did 2 points of damage or something. That was kind of aggro-y. You get a bunch of those guys out. That was a long time ago, though. That was pretty cool. But usually, yeah, your mill decks are control decks. It's a good mill deck. It did a good job of holding the fort down until you get things going. It did its job. It was well positioned. So I'm going to say, yeah, if you're playing from a control perspective, yeah, it was fun. Lastly, was this deck interesting? Yes. Yeah, because it's a mill deck. I mean, how do I say this? It's not anything else, right? There's lots of other decks that do things that you've seen over and over again. Mill decks are just mill decks. If you're not familiar with mill decks, this is a good one. It's a great one. You should play it at least once. You got to know what mill decks are like. The good thing about playing a mill deck is you know what to watch out for if someone's playing a mill deck against you, and you know how to snip it in the bud. Because what you got to do with this deck is you got to get rid of Singularity Rupture. You can't let that happen. You got to keep the amount of stuff in your graveyard less than half of its amount, so that way they can't pull the Riverchurn Monument on you. Riverchurn Monument's not that bad, provided you don't let the other stuff get in the way. You got some counter spells. You got the ability to rip stuff out of people's hands. This is the guy you got to watch out for. All right, so there you go. Let's count it up. Was this deck competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Yeah. Was this deck interesting? Yes. All right, so that means it is an A+ deck. A+. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice. I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.